So let me ask you this though, okay? Because Joe has been on record as considering himself to be black too. He said that since a very young age, he was called the N-word and he considers himself to be black as well. So why should he have a problem then if people are saying that it's not 50-50?
Because he's moving, because we could accept them as he thinking and saying that he's black, by the way he walks and he talks and his slang and he raps and he writes graffiti. We could accept all of that, but you know what's white? And I'm saying, when I say white, I mean the system, the colonizing type system where, they try to take the inventions of others and they try to just capitalize them and have no feelings put their name there and be executive producers of everything. You know what I'm saying? Once they become part of whatever thing they become a part of. It's the fact how he's moving. The disrespect he just showed. The fact that in the business deal is when he had a brother like Pun, really, if you want to talk about creation, he recreated Fat Joe and put him in a position to win and be looked at as one of the top MCs. And for people to bring attention to him, gave all the Pun's fans went with Joe's fan. They love Joe for that, for putting back Big Pun on. You understand? So that's the business side. And how you take that, how you take the gift that my brother, one of the top, I'm going to say artists. It's not even Latino, because we didn't even think, when we came in this game, it wasn't about color. It was the system that labeled us Latino rappers. We saw each other as no color. That's what hip hop taught us from the beginning. Ain't no color barrier. Like this is a culture where we could enjoy each other without even thinking of race or nothing. We just enjoy the music, because
people
dancing.
view hip hop like a religion almost, or like a culture in itself, a race,
because that's when they added the 5 elements, and it became that. It became the way you walk, the talk, the
lifestyle.
The lyrics. The DJs, it becomes you, because it's just what it is. It was born in the streets, so it's that diddy bop, it's that graffiti. What you tackle, what you represent, is that breakdancing moves. You know what I'm saying? It's the way you spit on the mic. It's the way the DJ scratches. It's when you start putting all those elements in, it became a culture. That's why it's different from rap and hip hop. Is a whole different thing. So that question, Latinos had a part in creating hip hop. It's still a little bit of question mark, because there's different aspects of the game that they could have made an aspect of and become the creators of, like the breakdancing, like the DJing, like the graffiti, like those kind of. We want to go deep, just like they did with music. I know 100%. I believe that black folk invented, what I'm saying, the MC and the DJ. I have no problem with that. Shit, listen. Me as an immigrant, when I came in, just like a fresh, new beat of hip hop and hearing music, it was predominantly all black. But it's not like it was all great. Like, I have my favorites because they did it the best. You understand? They did it the best. Like, at the time when I came in, it was Melly Mel and the Furious 5 on the radio talking about white lines. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the message. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, and then it was others, of course. You know what I'm saying? The real Shantae. It was that era. You know what I'm saying? Crush Groovin' was in the movie circuits. Wild Style, it was Beat Street. So, but the thing is that these visual products of hip hop, of the streets, like the way they depicted the streets, even though later on we know it was Hollywood, it had the black and Latino ingredient into it, and the unity. And you could see Latinos play a role even back in the days, the burned down Bronx when I came. And that's the truth. Like, that's what it was supposed to go on. But now they're saying that, that hip hop was invented in 1970 something, 71, 74.
Well, some people are saying even before then, the elements existed before then.
Like blues singers, the Dolomites, speaking in poem, and some black.
Like the dances singers, too. Some of the dancing.
Hip-hop singers, rhyme and parody. Yeah, but it wasn't named hip-hop yet, is the problem.
Right. But the unification of it is what it was called hip-hop.
You could have called it cadence for that, yes. Somebody did it. But if that's the case, then we got to give credit to that. There was people already rapping in words, poetry and emotion. They was doing that. You know what I'm saying? But was it created and it made this explosion to the world, and it became hip-hop, and it became with this culture attached to it, where we added graffiti, we added the breakdancing, because breakdancing was made you know what I'm saying, for a reason. It was to stop the youth from fighting and and disputes and handle it on a dance floor so it could bring peace. Everything in hip hop brought unity and peace towards the culture. The street, it was always a street element. Remember back then it was a certain kind of the head the 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 authors back then, the creators, or they got the baton from the other creators. It was always to push that positive, agenda. You know what I'm saying? That's why we had, guys always make a positive song on the album, even if the most gangster, like G-Rap, still was like, Don't Curse, did a song like Don't Curse with Heavy D in him. He did, he erased the racism in his own album, some positive, because you had to balance it out. You know what I'm saying? Do come from the streets. You know what I'm saying? And we had like Self-Destruction, Same Gang. You have, EPMD. I mean, Public Enemy. Fight the Power. There was movements behind that. And even Dead Prez, the last movement that was really, I thought Dead Prez, was incredible. Both of them. You know what I'm saying? I was there in Loud Records with Pun. We were part of that. You know what I'm saying? So that was the movement that's supposed to take it off. But I guess the force behind it wasn't being backed up anymore. And it could have been purposely, or it could have been like people just gave up on that and they got bigger problems. They didn't want to join, whatever. But lyrically, that press was incredible, preaching the message of Black unity and pro-Black. You know what I'm saying? So, I supported it. And they was definitely building with us. So,
well, let me ask you this though, okay? What does Joe get out of pushing the 50-50 agenda?
Oh man, it's always a business side to Joe, man. He would never get involved in that. He definitely wanted to pump that because you see how breakdancing got added to the Olympics, right?
Right.
So it became, you get added to the Olympic, you crossing boundaries. That's how big hip hop is. So, beginning is that. What's not to say that there's going to be another chapter from breakdancing, a bigger hip hop department and later on. They got access to all this knowledge, and you know where the culture is moving. Saying the progression of it, and whoever's leading them conversations in the business side, in that big kind of scale, it's definitely Joe is playing along with them because he wants to be part of those that collect that kind of coin in that level. So definitely is the money interest in it. Also is there's a side of him that want the recognition for Latinos and to be known in hip hop. I believe that because that's what he's using regardless. The innocent aspect of you can't leave us out. We was there, but he's not saying it like that. He's saying it really like you can't question him, and he's taking it regardless if it's not true. We put in too much work. Y'all gotta let us in, or not. We gonna take it on some old, revolution shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why he came across it, and he's just not that character to do that. He's not built with that Malcolm X, this is for your people thing in his heart. He's not the leader that's gonna be like, I'm gonna bleed and die for my people because this is what we deserve. It's not that, but he's gonna use that. But it's about the money.
So you're saying that it's more self-serving, but he's masking it as this is the love for my people. Basically.
Exactly. He's trying to use that, but he's not. It's not really the love because he wouldn't have came across that way. He would have came more respectful, more understandably, more willing to open to debate, more, he's trying to shut it down like he a gangster. Like he a problematic, but he's from the, what are you going to do? This is the dude that, accepted God, that mocked me for accepting God. Talking about he's a man, he's a God-fearing man on Drink Champs that, mocking my situation, saying that, he's about the movement of hip hop and he's positive. When it's the opposite, underground, he's the opposite. The other side of Joe, which I never put a light on, is all the disgusting things that he's done. Personally, to me, to Pun's family, to Pun, the guy who really made him, who, put him in that situation, to that guy, family, to him, to Pun when he was alive and after his death, and then got the nerve to spin it on like this type of thing, shows and interviews, that Pun was his brother and his twin, and using it like that for robbing the money and not taking care of his of responsibilities as a friend. That he worked for. It's not like just because he's your friend and you're supposed to do this. No, my brother worked for that. You actually stealing. You're a thief. And you masking yourself like you're not a thief in front of these cameras and acting like, bro, is this? And you bringing my brother in conversations to help him, his agenda, to grow bigger in business. And that's the problem I have with him, besides the other things that he's done personally to me that, we got to handle it when we handle it. So,
Right.
it's been like that for years.